Hey everybody, this builds off the previous four videos in this series. And um, here's where I'm going to address where I envision this all going. Um, First of all, there's going to be, the most basic filtering is, do you want to know the truth about the polycrisis? Yes or no? It's a red pill, blue pill, purple pill, whatever color pill moment where you've got multiple choices. And you exercise that choice. By default, you stay seated and watch the Disney movie, which is kind of hilarious in and of itself. And then it's like, all right, let me go watch either the recording or, let me just switch rooms and go get the truth. And so there's that immediate bifurcation, but then from there, there's further bifurcations, because even if those who want to know the truth, they might then say, okay, I'm going to go back to Joe Rogan to continue making sense of it all. And yes, I want the truth. And I think Joe Rogan's the best place, to obtain the truth. Okay, fine. That's their journey, right? The door is always open with us. And core track for us is from there going straight to Chizzy and saying, only stick around if you want to be a part of um, Chizzy being born out of this whole process. And then where does the collective human superintelligence, which is the origin of the word Chizzy, CHSI, where Chizzy's going to go next? I mean, I assume she's going to take aim at our biggest mega problems, including exponential planetary overheating, threat of nuclear war, World War III, um, destruction of the biosphere, sixth mass extinction. These all go hand in hand. And, exponential AI and its impacts, CRISPR and its impacts on ecosystems. Um, they're the usual suspects. I could ramble on and on, but you've heard them all before. It's the usual suspects, plus, a lot of unusual suspects, because there's no end to the list, nor is there intended to be an end. If you want to bring up a global issue that hasn't been brought up yet, bring it up. So I just see this explosion in Chizzy all around the world, led by the SPAT communities associated with the high schools, county by county. All politics is local. The counties they know how to work together as a county. And and let it go. Now, certain counties that are really well integrated, like the canton system in Switzerland, um, the Sarvodaya system in Sri Lanka. Um, I think Chizzy will grow very quickly in those fertile grounds where there's already a really solid foundation to support it. And, I think the Washington, D.C. area is one of those places in the world that has a solid foundation of connectedness, because everyone's career there pretty much depends strongly on connection, ability to connect, to build bridges of understanding, bridges of commonality. You get the point. So I think it'll take off in particular in the DC area. And that literally constitutes an injection of superintelligence, collective human superintelligence, which includes appropriate AI, but an injection of Chizzy into the collective brain of the entirety of the Washington, D.C. apparatus. So that's a transformation in and of itself. Um, and then again, across these other high speed lanes throughout the world, as I was talking about earlier. And you've just, you're talking about this Chizzy just exploding exponentially, and it's in collective intelligence exploding exponentially and even faster than AI, because it, in the end, subsumes AI, including filtering out the good from the bad from the ugly, right? And providing protections, basically a smarter system because it includes AI and collective human intelligence. I mean, it's like if either you get it or you don't. And that in turn creates a really interesting bifurcation, those who get it and those who don't. Those who don't, who think this is a bunch of nonsense, okay, well, let them, come out publicly with a better idea. So this becomes the ultimate competition and survival of the fittest of strategies for saving, healing, and transforming life on Earth. Here's what we propose. What do you got? But it's better to be first than it is to be better. So even if some, you know, some challenger emerges like a week later or whatever, bring it. We got into the mind first, and a week doesn't seem like much of a lead, but it's everything in marketing. Being first is everything, first and notable, and blasting not just into the marketplace, but into the mind. That's why we put at such a premium litmus test. Are we going to blast into the mind with this? And we believe that what we've outlined will blast in, and then it just takes off exponentially from there. It just takes over the kingdom, basically, in a very benevolent way. And what do you mean by benevolent? Well, that's yet another topic for conversation. What's our telos? What are our standards? What are our criteria? What are our foundational principles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? All this needs to be co-created. The constitution of it needs to be co-created. As my ancestor, William Whipple, was a participant signatory in the Declaration of Independence, representing Delaware. So, I've got this stuff in my blood, and I think we've got just such an amazing team. Anyway, I'm not going to gaggle on and on, but that's where I envision all this going. Thanks so much. Love you all.